Speaking of trades, the Kelsey Mitchell trade appears to be as good as a done deal. It seems like it is as good as a done deal. No one knows where she's going, but the Storm apparently are pretty confident. Pretty confident. Not Storm, geez, the Sparks are pretty confident that she's leaving and they want to get off her. Her agent, I think, has made it clear she wants out. And she's on a 1-year deal. The problem is that you are essentially trading Kelsey. Like, you could be fucked. A lot of people are saying they're going to trade her to Dallas for Arike. How dumb do people think the Storm are? If you made the trade Arike for Kelsey Plum, you would have to take on more salary back. So it doesn't work out salary cap wise. And not only that, you have to deal with 3 years of Arike's awful contract, whereas Kelsey Plum's off the books in like 3 months. Nobody's taking on Arike's contract unless Dallas want to give them 3 first-round picks. Because I think the cost for Kelsey Plum is a first-round pick, and I think the cost for taking in Arike is 1.1 first round and a second round maybe. And if you're going to flip both of them, yeah, go 3 first-round picks. 3 first-round picks. If you are the Golden State Valkyries, who are a team that a lot of people are talking about, the Valks is a tough one because obviously the Valks don't really want their first-round picks. They literally handed Flau'jae away. The Valks trade is way easier if they still have Flau'jae Johnson, by the way. It is 100 times easier if they still have Flau'jae. If the Golden State Valkyries still have Flau'jae Johnson on the books, this would be the easiest trade ever to make. You basically go straight up Flau'jae and match salaries. But no. I think it's harder because you have to give up, it's very difficult to match Kelsey Plum's $999,000 contract. And she might not stay in Golden State. Have I called her Kelsey Mitchell? Oh, Jesus Christ. Kelsey Plum. I do want to apologize. Kelsey Plum. It is extremely hot in here. And I know I have said the Storm. I had the Storm in my head because I need to talk about the fact that they traded number 2 pick to the Storm to get her. And it's looking really bad. It's looking like the worst trade ever. Malonga to not make the playoffs. Malonga to not make the playoffs. That is awful. All you had to do was continue to be shit for 1 more year. And you have Malonga and Awafam. The picks that were Malonga and Awafam were both LA Sparks picks. You traded away Malonga and Awafam for 2 years of Kelsey Plum and Ariel Atkins. That's awful. Another weird trade that would work money-wise that isn't going to happen is obviously Kelsey Mitchell for Kelsey Plum. That's not happening. A weird trade as well. Naz Hillman for Kelsey Plum. Or Naz Hillman and Jordan Canada for Kelsey Plum and Erica Wheeler. If I'm Atlanta, I consider it because your window for winning a title shrinks because Angel's close to making All-W team. If Angel makes an All-W team this year, that's it. That's it. Your title window's done. You have to get off one of Bree Jones. You have to get off one of Bree Jones or your guards to keep Angel, or you're probably going to lose Angel. Your title window. If Angel Reese makes an All-WNBA team this year, your title window's done. If you are out of the Atlanta Dream, it's over. So, if I'm Atlanta, I'm thinking, basically, we're giving them Jordan Canada. We're going from Kelsey instead of Jordan Canada, and we still have our defense, and we're giving up Naz Hillman, and then we're just going to slide in Sika Kone into her role. I think that's probably something. That's probably a trade that would make Atlanta better. But again, do you think she stays? For me, the most obvious trade and the most win-win trade that I think the LA Sparks are going to do is I think they might make a double trade. As in, I think they can trade Lauren Betts for Kelsey Plum. Straight up. Because you've got Betts for 4 years. Kelsey Plum rental. A Kelsey Plum rental for Lauren Betts straight up. Works out salary both ways. And then that frees up the trading of Cameron Brink. You can then go call Toronto back again and go, okay. Because you're not going to be able to afford Cameron Brink, Lauren Betts, and while De'Arica Hamby and Neck are making their big contracts. You go call Toronto, go, okay, cool. You wanted to trade one future first for Cam Brink. Okay, give us a future first, give us Laura Kaita, and we'll give you Ray Burrell because you have her restricted free agency rights. We're not going to be able to afford it next year. We will give you Ray Burrell and Cameron Brink for a first, Laura Kaita, and Maria Conde. Because you have Maria Conde on team control for 3 more years, and suddenly you now have all your cap situation in a much better spot. You've saved a bunch of money. You have a bunch of good young players. You have your future big. Then in the offseason, you can probably get off Neko or De'Arica Hamby if one of them don't want to be there, and trade them for another iffy contract. And you're not going to be good. You've gotten a little bit. You've gotten an extra first-round pick. You've gotten a good young big for Kelsey Plum. You've gotten players on minimum contracts for multiple years in just Kaita and Conde. I think you can do something like that if you are if you're Toronto, and that would be for Kelsey Plum going to Washington for straight up for Lauren Betts. I think that makes the most sense because I think Kelsey Plum wants a big payday, and I think the Washington Mystics will offer Kelsey Plum the 1-year Supermax. Actually, they can't. I don't think she's made an all WNBA team. She hasn't been cored. And they'll offer her 1-year max. And by offering her the 1-year max, then it basically means that you've got a situation where if Sonia Citron and Kiki Iriafen don't make the all WNBA team in their 3rd season, then she goes and signs another 1-year max. And then she's by then she's 34 years old. Kind of on the downturn of her career, she can either stay and play it out for less than a max with that Mystics team, who, by the way, have the 2nd best odds of landing Juju. And there's a very good chance that they come out with Juju or Madison Booker next year. Could you imagine Kelsey Plum at the point, Madison Booker / Juju Watkins at the 3, Sonia Citron at the 2, Kiki and Shakira Austin? Like, with the improvements of Citron and Kiki, with Kelsey Plum still in her prime and Shakira Austin's improvement, that's a championship level starting 5. It really is. This one makes the most sense. A lot of people are saying that she's going to go to Storm. Doesn't fit the Storm's timeline. The Storm are trying to be bad for 3 years. The Storm are trying to get Sarah Strong. It's as simple as that. The Storm are trying to get Sarah Strong. And if you could because of the versatility of the double bigs in Malonga and Awa, Sarah Strong, Malonga, Awa Pham, like those are the type of players that are like could really make a difference if you are the Storm, and they're so versatile. They're so versatile. You can play the 3 of them together. Like Strong can play the 3, Owl can play at times at the 3, and then you've got whatever guards they bring in. You still have Flaw J Johnson. That's what they're looking for. And if you can't get Sarah Strong, fuck it, we'll take Michaela Blakes, or we'll take Silas Swords, or we'll take I can't remember off the top of my head who's in 2028. But yeah, I think the Storm are looking for 2028. Is the trade deadline August 12th? Is it the 12th or the 2nd? I thought it was Sunday. Either way, the odds of Kelsey Plum being traded is high, and it really could change a lot of where things go. It really could change a lot.